Hello, listener. This is producer Jeffrey. Step into my time machine. Long ago, beginning in the ancient past of 2009, we made a show called Our Fair City. Now, Our Fair City is a sprawling epic story set in the dystopian future of Hartford, Connecticut. A climate disaster made the world outside a frozen wasteland. What remains of humanity lives inside in a largely subterranean city governed by the remains of an insurance company. Now, Our Fair City is darkly funny. You'll meet mad scientists, lightning riggers, the woken dead, giant ants, time travelers, and mole people. We are currently re-releasing Our Fair City weekly, so this is a great time to join us for a romp through the tunnels of Heartlife. After today's episode, we'll be sharing a trailer for the show. I hope you'll check it out, and I would love you to join us in our listen of Our Fair City, found wherever you're listening to this podcast right now.
Hello, Eleanor here, and I am here to talk about the wonderful new fiction podcast, 2000 and Late. 2000 and Late is a new fiction podcast from the creator of The Bright Sessions. It is a dark comedy that grapples with the havoc of our current moment and tries to find the hope inside of it. The show follows Harper, a 36-year-old nihilist whose life is upended when she's possessed by a demon hell-bent on bringing about the apocalypse. But Harper doesn't want to end the world, and the demon gives her more power than she's ever had in a very long time, so yeah. I'm loving this show. It's sharp and funny, and it's a cathartic release from the anger and impotence I often feel about the dumpster fire of a world we are all living in these days. It's unapologetically angry, surprisingly tender, and deeply entertaining. I think that 2000 and Late is ideal for fans of Fleabag or Killing Eve, Jennifer's Body, Yellow Jackets, Venom. So yeah, let's go create some havoc. Oh, and also, Jeffrey worked on this. Jeffrey is the sound designer, and that's also really cool. So please go check out 2000 and Late wherever you listen to podcasts.
Hello! Oh my god, it's my voice. And if you don't know my voice, I'll introduce it. I'm Michael Turrentine. I play Wes in Unwell, a Midwestern Gothic mystery. And today, I'm here with a wonderful friend, an ex-husband of mine. I'm already starting rumors. Gabriel Urbina.
Look, I'm just glad that we're on such good terms, that, you know, that like everything went all right, that after we signed that paperwork, we can have the kind of relationship where we can still be around each other and share some digital podcast space.
Absolutely. I am still mad that you made that movie based on our life. I think it's called Hereditary, but, you know, that's okay. I'll get over it. So we are here to discuss, well, mainly your talents, to be honest. We all know that I'm talented.
Yes, good.
But I haven't gotten the chance to, because I've known about this show for a while, but I haven't gotten a chance to actually talk directly to you about this show that you have just created with Audacious Machine. So take it away.
Because we're doing a new show. We are doing a new thing called The Harbingers. And it is a modern fantasy show about kind of two rival magicians, the first two people actually in thousands and thousands of years that figure out how to do magic. Like real, actual, we went into a room with a bunch of physicists, the physicists ran all kinds of tests, and at the end of it, the physicists went, yeah, that's magic. We do not have an explanation. That is for sure magic. The laws of physics just do not seem to apply to these two people. But of course, the two tricks to it are that not only are these the first two people that can do magic, they are also people that don't get along with one another and actually kind of really disagree about what you are supposed to do if you get magic. And part of the reason why they don't get along is that before they were magicians, they were both actually graduate students in the same program and briefly dated. So it's a little bit of kind of like, you become the most important person in the world, but then also not only does somebody else also become as important as you, they are kind of like the one person that knows you really well and you really wish that you could just leave behind. That's kind of the basic premise of the series.
That's actually incredible. and like, when did you actually have this idea? Was it, did it grow out of a conversation with the team, Jeffrey and Eleanor? Was it something that you wanted to write for a while? Is it a commentary
Yeah.
on our current world?
It's a little bit of both. So at the start of this year, we and by we I mean you, me, Eleanor, Jeffrey, a bunch of people in sort of the Audacious Machine umbrella. We actually had kind of a little company retreat where we were talking about a lot of the work that we were going to be doing together in 2025. And in the middle of that retreat, Jeffrey and Eleanor sort of pulled me aside in one of the quieter moments and asked me if I might be interested in doing a show with them. And we sort of tossed some ideas around. And one that I really liked was this kind of idea that I'd had on the back burner for a while about two sort of rival magicians at a magic school, sort of like two people that are both attending Magic University. They hate each other. Can we tell the story of that sort of bouncing back and forth between their perspectives? And Jeffrey and Eleanor sort of went, we like a lot about that dynamic, but we want to sort of push you and challenge you and kind of steer you in the direction of, can it be a little bit less abstract? Can it be a little bit more married to our modern world? Can it be sort of something that is not so much tackling the issues of Westeros, but tackling the issues of the world that we live in today, even if it's still doing it through the lens of metaphor and, imagery and people that can do magic. And that sort of then led me to kind of rethinking the issue. This original seed of these were two people that are in school together and can't stand each other is still there. But it honestly really got kind of informed by the many, many feelings that I have about the people that exist in the world today that have just acres of money and don't seem to be doing things with those acres of money to solve the problems in the world today. And so that's kind of where like the new version of the idea emerged from, kind of combining that little basic setup from the original idea with like all these questions about who has power, who has wealth, who has influence, what does it mean to have it, who gets to do that, who gets to do good with it, why don't more people do good with it, and so on.
Yes. Oh, I love this. I want to comment on the fact that, like, I feel like Audacious Machine has a very good track record of, like, creating really, really fun and exciting and, like, listenable shows that also comment on today's society.
100%.
And the possible future. and I think that's a really cool thing that, like, flashing back to before I even knew you, I remember Jeffrey and Eleanor mentioning that you were going to write a season of World Gone Wrong. And I was like, who is this person? This was before we were married, by the way.
Yes, exactly. Like before our whirlwind romance.
Exactly. And after working with you, I was like, oh my gosh, like, they're the perfect person to, like, one, marry creativity with substance and creativity with commentary, which we like. I just want to say, like, the world loves to mute the commentary about it now recently, and I'm glad that Audacious Machine has a writer like yourself that is also unafraid to be like, hey world, you need to, like, clean that smudge off your face,
Right. And, and those are in some ways kind of my favorite sort of stories to write, the ones that work in layers, sort of a, look, and I think The World Gone Wrong is a great example of a show that you can kind of just listen to it and just kind of go, oh, this is sort of a fun time with these two characters that I really enjoy spending time with. And it doesn't need to go much further than that. But inevitably, because of the stuff that's baked in there, you will also be thinking about how people are dealing with a lot of things in the modern world, how we're all kind of grappling with our mental health post-2020, how we are all sort of involved in all of these different things that all point to how the world has changed. And so that's kind of my favorite story to write, one that can kind of both just be a roller coaster, but then also be a roller coaster that is making you think the whole way down.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Now I'm suddenly remembering why I fell in love with you.
Why we got married. Yes.
I will say, like, I know like many of the cast members of Harbingers, and as soon as I found out who the cast was, I was like, well, here we go. This is the story of the season, and I'm very excited for people to soak it up and smile and laugh and like freak out. Which brings me to one of my last questions. What was the funnest thing about writing Harbingers, and what was the most difficult?
The funnest thing is, I remember. So basically, very, 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 very mild spoilers. At the end of the first episode, we find out that not only does the main character have magic powers, also his former girlfriend from grad school has magic powers. That is sort of not revealed until the end of the first episode. I'm okay with giving you this spoiler because the basic premise of the show tells you that the two of them have magic powers. But it was just so the right way to unfold that first episode. And so then I kind of started going like, okay, well, the whole first episode is a building up to that twist revelation, but we're already going to know that. Can there be something else there that is sort of a secondary twist that will make it feel like a big, shocking cliffhanger? And we indeed found one. And then it sort of became this almost game of, okay, wait a minute. Can we find something for every episode of the show that feels like that big of that piece of information had not been made aware to me. And now that it has, something has kind of seismically shifted in my understanding of the show. And I'm very, very proud to say that having now written the first half of the first season and having planned a lot of the second half of the first season, that track record is going strong. And it has been a joy and so much fun to kind of find those big cliffhanger moments that end every episode of the show. Go ahead.
Live for you. Sorry, I just wanted to comment. I just could listen to you talk about creativity forever, which I'm going to do. Continue.
The hardest part of it is that it is this very complicated puzzle box of a show, because the way that it is structured is the show is being told in 2030, but it covers a lot of events that happen between 2025 and 2030. And an episode might give you events that happen anywhere in that big swath of time, which means that I've had to sort of do a lot of the math on the plot and a lot of the math on sort of what the lives of the characters have been during that time ahead of the writing. And even then, there's still all these moments where it's like, okay, I can do that and it'll be really cool. And it'll be, oh, no, wait a minute. No, I already said what they're doing in June 2027. And it's something completely different. Okay, no, I got to come up with something else. So I think that is both something that, like, I'm very happy with the way that it's come out. And I think it's going to be so much fun for people to be solving the puzzle of the show. Putting together the puzzle has been very hard at times.
Oh my gosh, that actually sounds like, because my brain doesn't necessarily work that way, because I love puzzles. I don't like doing them. I like watching them. But but like world building like that sounds so stressful, but also exciting at the same time, where you're like, well, all of the possibilities are at my disposal. Which ones did I already try, and which ones do I want to try? Oh, I already tried that one. Yeah. Okay, let's go take a second and drink some wine and then come back to it.
Once enough of the big design was done, at a certain point, it does turn into like a crossword. It does turn into like, we know that this is over here. We know that that is over there. So there's only so many things that could join these two things. And once you find the right answer, it's like, oh yeah, of course it's that. Boom, that's the thing that perfectly lines up with the rows and the columns. Great. But you need to sort of put down enough track up front and figure out enough of the world up front to get to that place of, okay, I'm starting to see this in terms of all of the little rows and columns laid out in relation to one another.
Wow. Why didn't you call it rows and columns? And that's why we got divorced. Anyway.
Yeah, a little preview of how things went off the rails there.
Oh my gosh. Gabrielle, I'm so excited for this show. I'm so excited for everyone to yet again experience your mind and your creativity and your heart. Because boy, oh boy, what a track it is to follow in your footsteps.
You're making me blush.
Of course. And wow. Last question. What was your favorite thing about being married to me? This is all on the air.
Your beautiful lilting voice and the way that you could make everything sound so nice and also so hot.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, okay, everyone, you need to, we're just going to stop this recording like right now because it's going to get hot and heavy in here. But before we do, I'm just going to announce the next episode, the first episode of Harbingers. Y'all, please enjoy this phenomenal show. Gabrielle, is there anything that you want to say to get them ready for this ride?
No, I think that folks should just go ahead, enjoy the episode that's about to start. At the time that we are recording this, the first 3 episodes of the show are now out. If anything of what we've said sounds fun, sounds intriguing, sounds like something you're curious about, I would really say listen to those first 3 episodes. By the end of the 3rd episode, you are going to be on the roller coaster. You are going to get what the show is, and you're going to want to find out more. I promise you.
Oh my gosh. Okay, y'all, put your arms up in the air because this roller coaster is going down, down, down. Love you all from Mikey T and Gabby U. I love you.
I love you too.
Miss Skinner will be right with you, Dr. Blackwell. We're sorry for the delay.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Can I get you anything while you wait? Water? A cup of coffee?
I'm all right, Miss Pfeiffer. Thank you. Was there something else?
No, that's everything. Thank you. Well, actually, look, I just want to say, I know it probably feels like the whole world's against you right now, but there are people who get what you did and why you did it.
Thank you, Miss Pfeiffer. I appreciate you saying that.
I mean it. If you hadn't been there, if you hadn't done what... they're saying that it could have gotten so much worse than...
It got bad enough, Miss Pfeiffer. We let it get bad enough.
I know, but still.
Thank you, Miss Pfeiffer. I think that's more than enough.
Oh, yes, ma'am. Is there anything?
I think we're all set. I'll ring if we need anything.
Yes. Miss Skinner? Dr. Blackwell?
Please excuse Erica, Dr. Blackwell. She's a wonderful assistant, but unfortunately she's still a bit...
Naive?
Optimistic. Still a bit young and optimistic. I'll fix that in due course. But in the meantime, welcome to Skinner, DeVries, and Wiseman, Dr. Blackwell. My name is Claudia Skinner. It's a pleasure to finally meet you.
Yes, same here. Thank you for making the time. You're young. Young to have your name on the side of the building, I mean.
Ah, it's my father's name. He started the firm back in 2004.
Ah, and so you...
Graduated summa cum laude from Brown and went on to get law degrees in both Cambridge, England and Cambridge, Massachusetts? Absolutely. I assure you, Dr. Blackwell, you are in excellent hands. Do you have any questions before we get started?
Yes. How much do you charge?
My fees are being taken care of. You don't need to worry about that.
That's not what I'm asking. I'm asking... A personal injury lawyer is what, $250 an hour? Give or take? If I was trying to get a divorce, that's $400. It's $600 an hour for an immigration attorney and $9 for the kind of lawyer I'd need if I had shot a man in Reno just to watch him die. So how much are you, with your Alexander McQueen suit and your name on the side of the building and your naive assistant you're turning to the dark side, how much are you charging per hour to sit here and talk to me?
It's more than any of the numbers you just quoted, I can say that much.
How much more?
Dr. Blackwell, is there a reason you need to know this right now?
Is there a reason why you're not just telling me?
You know, there's this story my father used to tell to his clients. He'd go, once upon a time, there was a young scorpion who wanted to cross a river. Unfortunately, he couldn't swim. So he asked a passing turtle to carry him on his back. The turtle hesitated, but eventually agreed after the scorpion promised not to sting him. But when they were halfway through the river, a terrible impulse fell upon the scorpion. He brought his stinger down and
as they both start drowning, the scorpion says, "Don't look at me, it's in my nature. And you knew I was a scorpion when you agreed to take me across the river." Yeah, I know that one.
Actually, as the scorpion's stinger bounced harmlessly off the turtle's hard shell, he found the other animal looking back at him over his shoulder. And the turtle just said, "Tell me, you want to fuck around some more, or do you want me to get you across this fucking river?" That was a story about how sometimes you can just let people help you.
A frog. It's usually a frog when I've heard that story.
Well, let me assure you, Dr. Blackwell, you're not dealing with a frog. And let me remind you, you are the center of an unprecedented disaster, one in which people died. The only reason you haven't been charged with a hysterical number of criminal charges is because no one is quite sure of how the law interfaces with your unique circumstance. But the government's catching up. They're doing a congressional hearing, the kind that's going to decide how a lot of laws are going to work in this country, and they have been kind enough to invite you to participate. And when I say invite, I mean subpoena. This hearing is either going to go exceptionally well for you, or it is going to lead to you being invited to see the inside of a courtroom in a trial which you will have no chance of winning. So finally, allow me to ask you, would you like me to get you across the river, or would you prefer to fuck around some more?
Let's get across the river.
Let's. This is Claudia Skinner, handling case MGR 831. This is information prep session number 1. It is November 7th, 2030. Dr. Blackwell, just so we can get the formalities out of the way, could you please state your full name, as well as the capacity in which you are known as a public figure?
Yes. My name is Dr. Adam Blackwell, and I am the first human being with real scientifically confirmed magic powers. I am the most powerful man in the world. Audacious Machine Creative presents The Harbingers, created by Gabriel Urbina. Episode 1. I'd love to change the world.
All right, Dr. Blackwell, why don't we start at the beginning?
Sure. I was born April 15th, 1998, in Portland, Oregon. The house where I grew up had yellow shutters and a white fence. The nursery was... Oh, what? You're allowed to be cute and I'm not? Is that how it works?
That is exactly how it works. Let me be more precise. You were a graduate student at Sinclair University in Chicago, yes?
Yes.
You were a master's candidate in the archaeology program?
Technically the anthropology department, but yes.
Why?
Why? Why did I want to study archaeology? Is that relevant?
It could be. If you chose to study archaeology because it was your beloved father's dying wish, very relevant. If you were convinced there were ancient secrets buried somewhere out there that would help us fight the rise of fascism, absolutely. If you became an archaeologist solely out of your deep-seated love for the films of the Indiana Jones series, That can stay between the two of us.
I liked languages. I thought I was going to study linguistics and go on to work as a translator, but then my second year in college, I took an anthropology class and I just fell in love.
Yes, that would be From Rapa Nui to Harbingers, an introductory survey to the forgotten empires of the world, taught by Julian McCandless, who went on to be your mentor and chief dissertation advisor.
That class changed my life. It showed me a new way of thinking about the world, and it taught me...
Tell me about Amelia Stirling.
Amy, Miss Stirling, was another grad student at Sinclair. We started the master's program at the same time.
Did you think much of her?
Miss Stirling was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant, but she could be stubborn. It could be difficult to get a word in edgewise around her.
Would you call her a rival?
Okay, well, here's what you need to understand. If you were interested in the study of ancient cultures, that grad program at Sinclair was the place. It was one of the best funded programs. It had some of the best professors, some of the best opportunities. But there wasn't enough of all of the above to go around. Anytime one of us got a research project approved, or a seat on a field expedition, or even time with our advisors, we were taking it away from one of the other students. Inasmuch as you could say it about me and Amy, you could say it about all of us. We were all rivals.
And yet, you didn't go on a date with any of the other students in the program, did you?
Oh my, come on. That's inbounds? How do you even know about that?
This isn't the hard part, you know. Lord knows we haven't gotten anywhere near the hard part. It's all going to come out, Adam. And I'm going to be the friendliest person who's going to ask you about it. So, pretty please, stop fucking around and answer the question.
1. I went on one date with her. I was 26, and I thought it might be a good idea, and...
Did you find her attractive?
The Venn diagram between the people who like Miss Stirling and the people who like oxygen is very close to being a circle.
Dr. Blackwell.
Yes, I found her attractive. And we went out one time. Must have been April of 2025.
And how did it go? What did the two of you talk about?
Sinclair University, April 2025.
Okay. Did you know that right now on this planet there are 7 people who could save the world?
7 people who... What?
7 people, all with the power to save the world.
Right. Well, common sense says that cannot possibly be true.
And yet.
And you're not talking like people with their fingers on nuclear buttons who are choosing not to press them, thus preventing anyone
No. Fuck that. That sucks. I'm talking active, making things that are broken not be broken, saving the world.
All right. I'm intrigued. Who are these 7 real-world superheroes?
Paul Berthold, Makoto Kamiki, Simon Godowski, Jerome Eckerberg, Jacqueline St. Pierre, Carlos Luis Mendez, and Zakir Mujambar.
Ah, the 7 richest men in the world.
6 richest men and its richest woman, thank you very much.
Okay, sure. And the way they save the world is...
Simon Godowski has a net worth of $210 billion. You want to know how much NGOs estimate the yearly cost of ending world hunger would be?
From the way you're presenting that question, I'm guessing 200 billion.
No, way high. Conservative estimate, $10 billion a year. Easy.
What? That cannot possibly be
Extreme
true.
poverty is even cheaper. Threshold is set at those living for $3.20 a day.
There's people living for
Yes,
$3.
there are people living at $3.20 a day. Bumping approximately 900 million people up to that level costs about $1.8 billion. Chump change.
How do you just know
Clean water
this?
across the whole world, $50 billion. Child health, about $400 a year per child. Call that another $50 billion. Homelessness is more complicated, but local experts estimate that $13 billion would end homelessness in San Francisco. That's not solving the issue globally, but
No, still, that's a start. All of which begs the question.
if there are people who have the ability to just snap their fingers and save the world, why is the world not saved?
Besides the obvious reason.
It's the whole... obvious. What obvious reason?
Oh, well, just because Jacqueline St. Pierre has a net worth of $200 billion, it doesn't mean she has it sitting in a bank somewhere. It's in, like, stocks and bonds and company valuation.
Okay, sure, fine, but that's a road bump. If you have something worth $50 billion, theoretically you should be able to sell it and then you have $50 billion, yeah?
I'm sort of scared to disagree with you right now.
Good. That means my whole shtick is doing its job. But to get back to the real question, there is no fucking good reason. If someone has that much money, that much power, and there's so much broken in the world, they have a moral imperative to do something about it. So, really, from a social, pragmatic point of view, I don't think there's a way to justify the existence of any of them.
So we're gonna eat the rich?
Just the 7 richest. That's all I'm asking. Let's eat those 7 people and feed the world. Oh, holy shit. Put a beer and a half in me and I went off on a whole thing. Wow.
It was very impressive.
Still, though, I'm sorry. I clearly do not know how to do first dates.
It's fine. How do you know all of this stuff?
I like actuarial tables and I have a good head for numbers. Even when I'm outraged. No. Especially when I am outraged.
So, now what?
I was thinking we'd finish these beers, settle up, and then I'd get you to walk me home.
You'd get me to walk you home? Would I have any say in the matter?
Oh, none whatsoever. I have very pretty eyes and I can make them get all big and round so I can basically get people to do anything I want. Here, watch. Please.
Oh my god, put those away before you hurt somebody.
It's like a superpower. I'm basically a Batman villain.
You know, there is an alternative.
To you walking me home? Because, dude, I think you're gonna want...
No, I mean, no, I do want. I just... how much would it cost to, say, fix climate change?
Oh, that's a big one. Somewhere in the ballpark of 700 billion a year?
Well, see, there you go. If I was someone that wanted to solve climate change, but I only had 200 billion, wouldn't the best, most ethical thing I could do with that money be to, well, turn it into 700 billion?
I mean, no. Not if you, like if you're burning the world to get richer, that's not going to solve anything.
No, of course not. I'm just talking in the abstract. This isn't even
okay,
a real...
good, because
what
I
you're
just don't
talking about, obviously, isn't
Obviously.
the actual... No, I just mean this is all just a thought experiment.
but you can see how that's
one
a slippery-
person can actually stop the world from ending. That's my point.
No, I
that I'm
think
trying...
someone could.
Oh, okay, maybe in like a photographer level, but like in the real world, that's
I
not... But
cannot
would you
wait
just let
to
me
hear
talk
this.
for a second? I can see it, is all I'm saying. I can see why someone might not immediately sink all of their resources into solving one problem if there was something bigger and more meaningful they could do later on. And therefore, I can see why we might want to give your evil 7 or whatever a bit of latitude. That's all I'm saying.
You done? Cool, I'm gonna go home.
Well, Amy, hang on.
Pro tip, dude. Next time you're trying to pick up a grad school girl with tattoos and a shaved head, playing devil's advocate for the billionaire oligarchy is so not the move. See ya.
You know, this is exactly why McCandless hasn't approved any of your research proposals.
What did you just say to me?
You know, your proposals for the archives for fieldwork. You know how he keeps telling you to go back to the drawing board to think bigger? This is why. You never look at the big picture, Amy. You always just swing for the fences, and he knows it, and you know it.
And you, Adam fucking Blackwell, are so afraid of taking any swing at all that when your opportunity comes, you're gonna let it sail past you. And you know it.
would we consider this one of your more successful first dates? No, don't answer that. Fieldwork that year was in Princess Elizabeth Land,
Yep.
which, just for the record, is in...
Antarctica. East Antarctica, to be precise. One of the flattest, most accessible parts of the continent.
And why did we want to go to this lovely place?
Well, they call it the Robinson Site. They found it a few years earlier, buried under the ice. Global warming and all. The remains of Ann Sereth. That's one of the great Harbinger cities, constructed about 4,000 years BC, according to the carbon testing. It was buried under nearly...
Whoa. What is this? What are we doing here?
What? Oh, come on. You're my lawyer, I'm your client, it's your office, and you're still going to tell me that I can't smoke?
Company policy. Apologies. Should I have Erica get you an ashtray?
No, don't bother. I'll just... Erun Kuntelka. There. Happy? Oh, shit. Sorry. It's a habit now. I forget that it's less fun for people now.
It's okay. It's okay. Where did you send it?
Away. Just away. Shall we?
Yes. Let's. Sorry. We were Antarctica. Dig site, ruins. McCandless was putting together an expedition.
Yeah. They'd been digging it up for a few years, which is really hard when half of the year is freezing darkness. Before sunset, the previous, April, they made a discovery. A crypt, or something like a crypt. Something at the very bottom of the excavation. McCandless wanted to go check it out.
And you got to go?
And I got to go.
But not Miss Stirling.
But not Miss Stirling.
Mm-hmm. And I presume that's where it happened? Right. December 15th, 2025. The world continues to reel after last night's announcement. What was supposed to be a simple archaeological expedition to the Australian sector of Antarctica may instead be remembered as a turning point in Western civilization. Following contact with the object now known as Article 0, mild-mannered graduate student Adam Blackwell has been given the ability to freely relocate matter at will.
I don't think the Times actually called me mild-mannered.
No, that was just me having a bit of fun. You went to the South Pole, found a thing, and suddenly you can do magic. Am I getting that right?
Not just any thing. This thing. Article 0. A harbinger ring of magic.
But still. Field trip, ring, boom, magic. That's the broad strokes of the thing? What happened when you got back to America? What happened after you got superpowers?
Oh, they're not superpowers. I came home. Spent weeks going through tests until finally they were satisfied. I really could do magic.
And after they let you go?
I went back to a little thing called my life. Finished my dissertation. I graduated in spring, started teaching at Sinclair in the fall.
Is that usual?
To get hired that fast? No. I was an exceptionally strong student, I had a good relationship with the head of the department, and news had just broken out that I could do fucking magic. Having me as an adjunct was the best and last ad Sinclair would ever need to run. So, they had me as an adjunct.
That first fall semester, you took over one of the survey classes. Introduction to Harbinger Linguistics. Catchy title. Was it popular?
Last time they'd run it, there were 4 people in the class. That fall, after they saw the enrollment forms, they moved me over to Sumter Hall. That's where they run movies on the weekends. It seats just shy of 350.
You taught a 350-person class on the mechanics of dead languages from 6,000 years ago?
No. The class was 450. If you didn't get there early, it was standing room only. Sinclair University, September 2026. Now, the name Harbingers is what is known as a secondary observer exonym. With some ancient cultures, we have some record of what they call themselves. Failing that, We can usually at least call people by the region they inhabited. These people lived in the Indus Valley, so let's take a wild leap and call them the Indus. Not saying that's a good practice, but it is a common practice. Now with the Harbingers, you run into problems. We haven't found any records yet that point to what they call themselves. And as for geography, sites containing written records of the Harbingers' languages have been found in Atacama in South America, in remote islands in the south of Oceania, and most recently, in rural Ireland. They seem to mostly exist to make historians' lives difficult. It was actually one of the great mysteries of the age of exploration. People would sail from place to place and find these ancient objects with languages that weren't the ones spoken by the locals. Now imagine, you're a 17th century Irish sailor. You leave your little village where old man MacDonald found those spooky rocks with the strange carvings. You sail halfway around the world, and what do you find? More old spooky rocks with the same weird language nobody understands. Can you even imagine what that must have been like? In any case, they kept finding these really old artifacts all over the world, almost like this really old culture had been around before anyone else got their act together. That's where the name came from. Harbingers. Ones who came before. Now, it wasn't until the age of Antarctic exploration began in earnest that the real ruins of what is now known as the Harbinger Empire were discovered. But by then, the name had stuck, so what are you going to do? Now, I did say Harbinger languages in the plural. The modern theory is that these are actually contemporary languages. One was used for day-to-day activities, your regular please pass the salt sort of things. The other one was their, well, sacred is a loaded word, but their ritualistic language. It was only used for rites and special activities. But for a long time, archaeologists referred to these as the day tongue and the night tongue. But a more accurate translation would be the language of the sun and the language of the stars. And needless to say, there's a lot more that the Harbingers wrote in the language of the sun, so we know comparatively little about how the language of the stars worked. Okay, we've only got a few minutes left, so we'll call this good for the day, rather than diving into a whole other topic. Does anyone have any questions?
Yep.
Any questions that don't have to do with my unusual abilities? Yeah. All right, everyone, I need you all to understand, this is a serious class, okay? I take the academic study of Harbinger languages seriously, and I expect you all to do the same. Anything else that I can do, that's not really what we're here for. Okay? Which is why we are only going to do this once, okay? Okay, just a quick demonstration, and then we're done. All right. Folks in the front row, anyone have a quarter? You do? Okay, great. Thank you very much. Okay, just so we know that I am not pulling a fast one on you, I am going to take this marker and put an A on one side of the coin and a star on the other side, okay? Now, for most of human civilization, if we wanted to transport an object from here to there, we had to expend energy to move it across space, whether it was by carrying it ourselves or by using a burst of kinetic energy to set it in motion on its own. What I can do is transport matter from A to B without crossing the intermediary space. Okay, everybody ready? I think we're going to hear it more than see it with something this small, so shush, 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 shush. Here we go. 3, 2, per un lado iorakata. Okay, let's see. Where did it land? From the sound, I think it was around the second to last row, maybe? Does anybody... Yeah? You? You got it? And it's got the A and the star, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, there you go. from A to B in an instant. Now, how did I do that? Part of it is just mental focus. Part of it is the words. This, it seems, is what the language of the stars actually was, the Harbinger's way of channeling this ability. And part of it is the part we don't understand yet. I found this ring in a very old, very remote part of the world. And as long as I'm wearing it, well, it seems to let me do that. And it really seems like it takes all three, so in case the course catalog didn't make it clear, learning the words won't let you move things across space. Not on its own.
Could you do something bigger?
What was that? Could I transport something bigger? Bigger like what?
A person.
A person? Well, a person is tricky because what is a person? Is a person one thing or many? Like, what if I transported you to the middle of the quad and you went, but your clothes didn't? Yeah, that's not what we want. I have to be very precise with the language if I want to do it right. All right, that's time. Time was, it's a minute or two ago, actually. Please read chapters 3 and 4 of The Warner, and I will see you all here on Thursday. The Harbingers will be back after these messages. And now, back to The Harbingers. Sinclair University, 2026, 10 minutes later. All right, that wasn't too bad. One session down, 31 to go.
What did you stop yourself from saying?
Well. Amy Stirling.
Adam Blackwell. It's good to see you.
You too, Amy. Did you watch?
I snuck in the back about 5 minutes in. So, what did you stop yourself from saying? Come on. At the end, when they asked you about teleporting a person, you bit down on something. You said, what if you go, but your clothes don't? What did you almost say?
I almost said, what if you went, but your skin didn't?
Ah, lively.
I thought it's going to be a whole thing. It's their first day. I didn't want to freak them out.
Didn't want to put too much of the fear of you in them.
Oh, very funny, Amy. So, what brings you around these parts? They said you transferred.
They said the truth. Took my business to Columbia, the Big Apple, greener pastures and all that.
And are they actually greener?
Who knows? Kinda hard to tell with all the concrete. I'm just here to handle some paperwork and take some meetings. I'm flying back tomorrow, but I realized I hadn't seen you since...
Sure.
And I couldn't resist poking my head in here, seeing how your class was going.
How did I do? Any notes?
It was fine. Your fourth slide had some photos of the stuff they dug up at the Ryman. That's still not verified.
Oh, damn it. I'll take care of that. Anything else? What? What else? You're not really here to fill out paperwork, are you, Amy?
Nah. I had to see it. I had to see it with my own two eyes. You can do fucking magic, and you are... you are lecturing about carvings in goddamn rocks.
Yes, Amy, I am.
I cannot believe that you are lecturing about carvings.
And what should I be doing, Instead of being here, where am I supposed to be right now, Amy? Or what, am I not doing enough with my platform for you?
We are 54 days away from the midterm elections, Dr. Blackwell. Which political party do you support?
Okay. It's nice of you to drop by, Amy. I enjoy our little talks.
It's just... Fuck. I don't know what you should be doing, but dude, you can do magic. Literally the only thing that's a wrong answer to the question, what do you do if you get magic powers is exactly the same fucking thing you would be doing if you didn't get the goddamn magic powers.
All right, Amy, this has been fun. Let's get together again the next time one of us develops magical abilities. In the meantime, have a good time at Columbia, where you'll also be looking at carvings of rocks.
You are such an asshole, Adam. No one has ever changed the world by sitting in an ivory tower. Magic is wasted on you.
And yet, I am the only one that can do it. It really is a shame you didn't get to come on that expedition, Amy. What could have been, right?
She has a point, you know.
Oh, she very much does not.
She does, though.
Aren't you my lawyer? What? A point about what?
A point about how nobody has ever changed the world by hiding in the ivory tower of intelligentsia.
Oh, for God's... Fritz Haber. You know the story?
Excuse me?
Okay. Fritz Haber. See, a lot of people have this mistaken idea that the apocalypse is something we've only had to worry about in recent years. But no. Actually, people have had concerns, very valid concerns, about the world coming to an end at practically every point in human existence. In the 1900s, you know what was at the top of the list of global concerns? Starvation. The world had reached an absolutely massive population, 1.5 billion people, and we could not produce enough food to feed them. The problem was our crops. They took up too much nitrogen in the soil, and it took too long to replenish it. So it was estimated that over the course of the following 20 agonizing years, 2/3 of the world would starve to death. But see, there was this guy, German chemist called Fritz Haber. Big thinker, real kind of ivory tower guy. He locked himself in his lab and figured out a way to make ammonia. You might be familiar with it. It practically extracts nitrogen from the air and is used to grow more than 3/4 of the goddamn crops in the world today. Bread from the air. That's what they called it in the newspapers. Bread from the air. It was seen as a miracle. And so, thanks to Mr. Haber, the world didn't starve, and we now have 9 billion humans. Over half of what we ate in the 20th century was thanks to his discoveries. And when we try to calculate which individual human beings are directly responsible for saving the most human lives, Fritz Haber is at the top of that list. So don't ever tell me that you can't change the world by taking time to figure shit out.
Okay. Is it my turn now? Great. Dr. Blackwell, could you do me a favor? Could you say a bit about Fritz Haber's work after 1912?
What?
Fritz Haber, this man who you clearly think so highly of. 1913 and onwards. What did he get up to?
He became involved in World War I. He invented the chlorine gas that the German army used against the Allies, and he personally oversaw much of its deployment.
Which is why he is often called
the father of chemical warfare.
And after World War I, any other major contributions to European history? Dr. Blackwell?
He developed a gas. A pesticide gas which had a warning scent. After his death, it was discovered and reformulated so it no longer had that warning scent.
And what was it called? Before and after the reformulation?
Zyklon A and Zyklon B.
I need you to stop doing that.
You need me to stop doing what? Answering your questions?
Losing your temper and going on a 3-minute screed about the achievements of a German war criminal.
Wait, but look, he was involved in monstrous things, but that
really?
doesn't...
We're doubling down on the merits of, what was it? The father of chemical warfare? This is going to be a very hard process, you know. If you're going to get through it, I need you to be able to not get baited into saying or doing something stupid.
That won't be a problem.
Won't it? What happened on August 16th, 2028?
Well, that's... Fuck.
Dr. Blackwell, what happened?
I was here in New York. I've been asked to speak at an event at the UN. New York City, 2028. Thank you. Keep the change.
Well, well, well. Look who actually made it off campus for once.
Oh, good. You're here. And this has been such a pleasant day so far.
Is that any way to say hello to a dear old friend, Dr. Blackwell?
Hello, Amy. How inevitable to see you.
That's more like it. Hello, Adam.
What are you doing here?
Same thing you are. Loading up on caffeine and then walking over to today's event.
You're also speaking at the UN.
I am.
And nobody told me.
No.
Which I'm guessing is thanks to...
It is.
Well, thanks for that. I like the hair, by the way. Is that part of the brand now?
Something like that. I thought you liked the shaved head look.
Well, I had awful taste back when I was still a grad student. So, how you been? How's the tour?
Tour's on hold for a bit. I'm doing some events with the campaign.
Oh, yes. I saw your endorsement video.
And I can't help but notice that I haven't seen yours. May I ask what the fuck is taking you so long? Don't tell me you actually want Walker to get reelected.
I keep telling you, Amy, I'm just a private citizen. I don't see how it's my place to tell anyone which way they should vote.
Oh my god, sometimes I forget just how full of shit you are. And then it's like, oh right, he's totally full of shit.
I'm doing well, by the way. It's translation work on the materials from the Ryman expedition.
I really couldn't give less of a shit, Adam. Now, come on. You gonna do this thing or what?
You know, Amy, you can say that you don't care all you want, but unfortunately for you, I know you. I know how much you love this stuff, the translation, the discovery. I know how curious you must be. What the fuck has he been doing, cooped up in there all these years? What is he capable of now?
Oh, it's so cute the way you flatter yourself.
Oh, if you think that's cute.
All right, Mr. Special. You really want me to believe you're not just doing coin tricks like some birthday party magician? Let's see it. No, come on! Doctor, you want me to believe you can do something that's worth my time? Let's see it. Impress a girl.
Erolia barus calera pora condel.
You made my coffee cup disappear,
Yes, I did.
but didn't make my coffee go with it.
No, I did not.
So now, there is quite a bit of nitro cold brew all over my clothes. You are a child.
Come on, Amy. This is an important event. Don't want to be late.
Oh, you are still an asshole, Adam Blackwell. Where did you put my coffee cup anyway?
How long did it take before someone finally found this stupid coffee cup?
6 weeks, give or take.
Mm-hmm. And it was this photograph that did it, yes?
That's the one. Yep.
Just for the record, could you please verbally describe it?
It is a photo taken by the extremely large telescope array of the Sea of Tranquility,
Which is a part of...
the moon. And about 5 meters to the left of the lunar landing site, there is now a coffee cup.
the moon. You put a cup of coffee on the moon because your ex-girlfriend double dog dared you to.
Miss Skinner, this is all... My relationship with Miss Stirling is very particular due to... Okay. What you need to understand is...
You say that a lot, you know. What you need to understand is this. What you need to understand is that you are very worried about how you are seen. I'm going to help you figure this all out, but I need you to let me help you. Okay? All right. That is all for today.
Really?
This is plenty for one day. And I have another interview to conduct in a little while. We can pick up this fun tomorrow morning, bright and early.
Right. Well, I'll see you tomorrow then.
$1,800 an hour. That's how much I'm being paid to get you across the river.
Okay. Thank you, Miss Skinner.
And while I will not have you smoking anywhere in my offices, you'll find I'm less particular about what happens on the balcony on the east side of the building.
Sure. You got it. Day one down. Just another 5 million more of these to go.
Those things are gonna kill you, you know. Unless you're so good now that you can just teleport the cancer straight out of your lungs.
I don't think I'm quite there yet.
Oh, in that case, you might want to quit while you're behind.
I'll take it under advisement. Miss Stirling?
Dr. Blackwell?
I thought your residency didn't end until the 14th.
Oh, all the shows are canceled for a bit. You know, it's hard to compete with the,
Everything?
Yeah. With the everything. I keep thinking I'm gonna see it. You know? Every time I look up. I know it's too small and too far away, but I keep thinking it'll be there. Staring back at me.
Yeah, I know. Me too.
You doing okay?
Nah. You?
Nah. Not exactly what I had in mind for this year.
No?
No. I thought there'd be more books. I thought I'd read more this year. More books and less...
Everything. You read McCandless's new book?
Yeah, I got an advanced copy. I can't believe that old fucker is trying to say that I was not a good student. Her proposals were never specific enough. My ass.
Well, can you blame him? You are the one that got away.
Damn right I am. How'd it go in there?
Oh, I pretty much just spent the last couple hours getting bitch slapped. It was fine.
And? How are you feeling?
Tired. Tired and guilty.
Don't say that. It isn't over yet. It's barely even gotten started.
That's not what I meant, Amy. I think this is usually the point in the conversation where you yell at me and tell me I'm an asshole.
You are an asshole, Adam Blackwell. But, for all our sakes, I hope it turns out you're an asshole who knew what he was doing.
Miss Stirling, Miss Skinner's ready for you.
Well, I gotta...
Yeah. Duty calls. Good luck.
Yeah. See you around, Adam.
All right, ready to get started? This is Claudia Skinner, case MGR 831. This is information prep session number 2. It is November 7th, 2030. Miss Stirling, would you please state your full name and the capacity in which you have become known as a public figure?
This is Amelia Dorothy Stirling, and I perform under the name The Silver Witch. For 3 years now, I have been able to manifest supernatural abilities. I am the second documented person in the world capable of performing magic.
Thank you. Miss Stirling, do you know what I would like to talk to you about?
Well, if I had to take a guess, I'd say maybe it's about how I started a chain of events that resulted in the most powerful man in the world teleporting the city of Boston to the moon. I mean, it's either that or mojito recipes. No, you want to talk about the Boston thing.
Please.
Okay. Where would you like to begin?
This has been The Harbingers, created by Gabriel Urbina. Come back tomorrow for Episode 2, The Season of the Witch. Today's episode was written by Gabriel Urbina. It was directed and sound designed by Jeffrey Nils Gardner. It featured the voices of Andres Enriquez as Adam Blackwell, Lauren Grace Thompson as Amy Stirling, Emmy Bean as Claudia Skinner, and Kristen DiMercurio as Erica Pfeiffer. Today's episode also featured the voice of Olivia Love Hattlestead. Our original music was composed by Nicholas Spadani. Recording engineering and dialogue editing was by Jolyn Wu. Our original art was created by Cassie J. Allen. The executive producer for this series is Eleanor Hyde. We'd like to give a special thanks to Joshua K. Harris, Felix, Krista DeAgostino, and Olivia Love Hattlestead for their work on the development of the series and its original pilot episode. You can learn more about the show, see a timeline of the events of our story, and become a supporting member at audaciousmachinecreative.com. This is an Audacious Machine Creative production. Thank you for listening.
Today's history tidbit. On October 14th, 1998, Australian archaeologists first discovered the ruins of An Serith.
In this place, once known as Hartford, Connecticut, the wind doesn't howl. It screams. That screaming wind careens maliciously across the vast tundra until it breaks against the side of a monolithic structure. The Heart Life Tower, former home of the Heart Life Insurance Company. Dear listener, these are the true dramatizations of our fair city's glorious history. You will meet the brave bureaucrats that keep us safe and orderly.
Sorry for the confusion. MURDER is actually an acronym for our department. An unfortunate coincidence.
The abominable mole people who dig the tunnels that keep us warm.
They don't exist. There's no such thing as ant people. Mole people.
And the most dangerous villains of all. Scientists.
I swear, I'd forget my head if it wasn't sewn on.
To say nothing of lightning riggers, time travelers, and simple interns. Every policy has a story to tell. Join us, dear listener, for the tale of our fair city, wherever you listen to podcasts. And remember, you owe everything to Heart Life. All the life you'll ever need.